She got back to me, and the first things that she said to me was, "What type of car do you drive?" Right? And I thought, do you know what? That's a little bit naughty. Is that, why?
Women are just weird. Like, you can't let women have anything. Women actually go through these things in real life. Like, you lot be lying, having double lives and stuff. So
it's like, this voice is not sexy. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I'm in my late 30s, and I genuinely don't think I've been on 73 dates my whole damn life.
Welcome back to the UK Dating Pond, where we take a look at the minds of the people, from the struggles, the pain, to the upright delusion.
And if you're having a really bad day, a tongue or a finger in the bum makes it so much better.
Is there anyone else who's single who just can't be asked? I just can't be bothered. I can't even be bothered to have a conversation with someone via text. I can't be asked. And I'm just wondering if that is ever going to come back. Like, and I want to speak to people, or whether this is just me forever now. Just permanently can't be asked.
See, now I hear a lot of people say this. I can't be asked. And I understand to an extent. But what if I told you that those same words, I can't be asked, will hold you back in life, trust me. And you will regret having that mindset. If something is important to you in your life, then you need to be asked. You need to care about that. And you need to find a way, you need to find a solution or solutions to your hurdles. And unless the person you're dating is long distance, you shouldn't really be having long text conversations with people, because it just kills connection.
So Sunday morning, just got up, coffee, view, and you do the usual when you're single, have a look online at your online dating. And I need your advice, really. I don't understand the whole filters. Why would you put a filter on when you're on a dating site? Or the other thing is profile pictures of a cat or the dog, or the 6 of you in a picture. No idea. Now, whether it's me, I don't really get it. It's completely weird. But if somebody could just give me maybe a girl's perspective on why you would filter your face that much that you don't look a bit like it. Because I've seen quite a few Ethels at 38 years old that look 12, and they clearly are nothing like that. So I don't understand it. Is it just to draw you in? Is it genuine? Because surely there is a point where you're going to meet them and you don't look a bit like what it is. And I do get looks aren't everything, but surely there has to be an attraction. Maybe it's just me, but I'm completely lost, and I find it now more entertaining and scary than actually probably dating. Who knows? Let me know.
So Mark is the second guy to mention a filter on these dating apps. Is it really that bad? Look, the dating app misery is something that I removed from my life a long time ago, because I just believe that the issue is unfixable. The list of issues that come with online dating, I'm not going to go through them all here now. However, some people actually do find love, so it's one of those. But what I will say to the men watching, focus more on your network, your wealth building, and your self-improvement, because at the end of the day, it's the more people that you know, is the easier it will be to meet that person that you're looking for. You know, when your network is big and you know people from all over the world, all over the country, then it just helps with meeting people, basically. Not just an intimate partner, but also just good friends.
You know what has absolutely pissed me off today, yeah? So obviously this whole are we dating the same guy thing and whatever has been trending on the internet lately, yeah? Obviously I didn't know that apparently this has been going on for ages, but only recently is got a lot of attention. So obviously I'm seeing now that there's a guy one, are we dating the same girl, which I find quite pathetic, by the way. My first initial thought of it was just, men are just weird. Like, you can't let women have anything. Women actually go through these things in real life. Like, you lot be lying, having double lives and stuff, so it's only right for women to do it. I'm not gonna lie, some of the things I see in that group, I think, okay, I don't really think it's that serious, or come on, you're setting yourself up for failure type of vibe. But at the same time, it's like, I do get why women have come together to do it. But my thing is, yeah, I'm not in the men one, innit? I'm not even gonna lie. I tried to get into it. I asked my brothers for their Facebook passwords and they're taking too long to give it to me. But I actually tried to get into it. I'm not gonna get into it, innit? But I'm hearing, yeah, from other women on TikTok that apparently there's Telegram chats, and so I don't even know what Telegram is, I'm not gonna lie, but there's all of these different things, group chats or whatever. I think South London, North London or whatever, and men are literally posting intimate pictures of women in it. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, this is why I say men are pathetic sometimes, because it's like, at least with the woman one, yeah, don't get me wrong, there is some instances where I do think, okay, cool, you're just doing it out of spite or whatever. But the main thing that I do like about the woman one is that people are actually spreading awareness in there. Like, people will post men for women to stay away from, like, oh, he used to beat up his ex, he went to jail for domestic violence, he has a history of whatever with women, and I think that's very good. I was even tempted to post my ex in there just to, because listen, I don't want to go through what I went through, do you know what I mean? So it's kind of a thing where it's like, cool, I kind of get it, do you know what I mean? But the fact that you're there posting intimate pictures of women is like, grow up. Like, I get it, whatever, men don't let women have anything, they always want to copy or do, oh, they made one, let us do it. It was given very much sassy. But when I'm hearing that there's those type of things being posted, and I'm just like, damn, like, it's just gone too far. Like, that's not what this is about, do you know what I mean? All I can say is, women, just be careful who you're sending pictures to, be careful who you're, you know, like, trusting and stuff like that, because men are actually scary, like, especially when it comes to like intimate things. And if you are a woman and you're aware that your pictures have been posted on there, I am so sorry, go straight to the police. That shit is a crime. It's literally a crime. Like, what the fuck? And it's just like, I just find that pathetic, honestly, like, absolutely pathetic.
Okay, so I don't know what this girl's name is, but there's only 3 things I'd like to say about this video. She said men can't let women have anything for themselves because men have got this new app called Are We Dating the Same Girl, which is a rival to Are We Dating the Same Man. It's a silly comment, really, because you could say the same thing about football, how women won't let men just have the game for themselves. It's a very similar situation. Obviously, there's a lot more money involved, you know. Now, I've not been on any of these sites, but my second point is men sharing intimate pictures of their exes. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's silly. That will get you in trouble. And there's also something called karma. You don't want that. Stay away from that. And my last point is, really, you see, with these sites, anybody can post a picture of someone and claim that they are a cheat or that they are an abuser. But how do we know if these claims are true? And it's not just people that are triggered. Be careful with these sites.
Hey guys, just doing a quick check-in today. Now, I've got an early finish today, guys, so I can't really be on here very long. But I just wanted to share with you guys, I think I'm coming off Tinder. Guys. I might find another route and go to one more dating site and see how I get on. Pending if I have a couple of beers at weekend, because that's when I'm potentially at risk, you know, because my shield comes down, you know what I mean, and I'm vulnerable. So I might try that, guys. But as Tinder goes, guys, I'm hurting. I've got hurt on it, and I didn't want that. Basically, guys, what's happened is I went on there, right, obviously a few nights ago, and I joined up, right, and I went through a few little things, and I give a few little love hearts, you know, to people, because that's how it works, you see. And one of the ladies had got back in touch with me. Well, in fact, a few ladies had got back in touch with me, guys. You know, this one particular one, which particularly stood out to me, she got back in touch, so I sent her a message. Guys, right? And it was a long... I ain't one of these people that's going to say, hi, how are you? Have you had a nice day? You know what I mean? Because it drains life out of you. I mean, you must agree if, you know, you've been on these things. So I sent a nice message, you know, a nice... I'll call it informative. I don't even know if that's the right word, but that in my head, that means like a few sentences, you see. And she got back to me, guys. There's no word of a lie at this. She got back to me, and the first things that she said to me was, what type of car do you drive, right? And I thought, you know what, that's a little bit naughty, is that, you know, why? That's like saying straight away, you know, how old are you, you know, to somebody, you know, if you met him at pub, how old are you straight away, you know. So she sent, in fact, it's even worse, to be fair with you. So she sent that, so I sent her a message back just saying, look, I've got a 17 plate transit van, you know, it's gunmetal grey, you know, it's a nice piece of kit. And believe it or not, guys, she blocked me. She blocked me because she disappeared, right? And this was before, right, I could tell her, right, because I wanted to tell her, right, I've got heated seats, I've got electric mirrors, I've got 3 seats in front, what else? I've got aircon, I've got all the rest of it, you know what I mean? Before she even knew anything about my van and me, you know what I mean, she was gone. She was gone because I didn't have a posh car. Well, that's the way that I see it anyway. So I was a bit gutted about that, guys, because I'm the type of guy, you see, if I'd have met somebody and I would have liked her, right, I'd have ended up getting her insured on my van. You know what I mean? That wouldn't have been a problem. She could have borrowed it, you know, if she'd have wanted to go down to Tip or anything like that, you know. She could pick a couple of her friends up, because like I say, I've got 3 seats, but she was gone. So I'm absolutely and utterly disgusted in that woman. And if she ever follows me, guys, on TikTok, I'm going to expose her. So I just wanted to share that with you. Excuse me, guys. I just wanted to share that with you guys. And then, guys, I started having flashbacks, right? I started having flashbacks as to when I was on dating websites before, and the things that I went through on there, you see. As you guys know, the people that have followed me for a long time, you'll remember back when I told you that story about that lady when I went round to her house and she dragged me into her house and basically sort of like threw me on the sofa, pinned me down and took full advantage of me, you know. And it was an episode in my life, you know, which I'll never forget about, you know. So there was that, and then there was the other one where because I'd never been with a redhead before, you see, guys, and I think redheads are attractive women, you know, and I got chatting away to this redhead, and I didn't really know much about these filters and stuff that people use, you see. Well, when she tipped up in pub, you know what I mean, where I was waiting for her, you know what I mean, I looked at her when she came over to the table and I thought, fuck me, she looks like Garfield, you know. And it was another situation that I got myself into, guys, which I had to do a runner, you know, because that person there wasn't the person that I was talking to. And I thought, do you know what, Scott? You know, you're gonna have to be really, really careful, you know, because I've had other episodes before, you see, guys. I won't talk about them, but you know, and I don't want that. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, I'm going to give another dating website a go. I'm done with Tinder. It's upset me. I'm done with it. It's hurt me. It's scarred me now. So the weekend, guys, right, when I'm vulnerable, you know what I mean, when shutters come down, you know, after I've had a couple of beers or something like that, I might open up and I might go on another site and just give one more a go, because these women that are on there, guys, they're not like you. They're not like you girls at all, because I have this bonding with an awful lot of you, and like I've said before, guys, I do have a crush on a couple of you out there, you know what I mean, but I don't like to put it out there who it is, you know what I mean. I'd rather keep it to myself until the time is right, baby. So I just wanted to share that with you. But listen, guys, I'm going to have to get back to work. I've got my pineapple chunks to eat, and then I've got my early finish to do, and then I'm off, baby. But listen, I hope that you're all having a fantastic day. Peace out, and always keep it real, baby.
So what's this guy's name? Scott. Another guy mentioning these dating app filters. Now, Scott seems like a really humble guy, and thanks for sharing your story, Scott. But Scott seems like he has a bit too much heart, though. And the reason I say that is because if I had sent a girl a message that was 3 or 4 sentences long, and all she replied was, "What car do you drive?" she's getting blocked straight away. And no, that's not sassy. It's just because I ain't got time for punks. Scott was going to explain to her that he's got all these features in the van, you know, heated seats and... No. Why am I explaining to her? No, Scott, please, don't do that. You've no need to explain nothing to this girl. Now, there are many non-negotiable red flags you need to watch out for on these dating apps that you must learn for survival.
Let me tell you about the worst male species on the planet. So I could just be walking on the street, minding my own business, and I hear this aggravating sound. Yo, miss. Yo, let me check to you real quick. I'm kind of like being oblivious at this point, pretend like I didn't hear you, just carrying about my day, not even looking in your direction, and you continue to follow me. That already, stop. don't do that. Why are you following me? I'm clearly not interested. Look, and I'm like, sorry mate, I've got a boyfriend. And then they proceed to continue aggravating me and say, what, does your boyfriend not let you have friends now? No! Do you want your fucking girlfriend making friends? Fuck no, like no. That is the most cheekiest, most stupid thing you could ever possibly say. Like, what if I said yes, okay, we can be friends, you would never ever take me serious. You would never, like, what man in the world wants their girlfriend handing out their number or being friends? No, you don't want to be friends with me. It's your way in. And I'm not fucking stupid. I just think at that point, when a lady says, no, I'm not interested, walk away with your dignity, mate. Don't fucking lose that shit. You're just embarrassing yourself. This generation is honestly so fucked. Like, I just don't think that there is anyone normal left anymore.
See, the thing is, Mel, a lot of men don't have dignity. A lot of men are embarrassing the rest of us men that do have a bit of dignity and pride. A lot of what I see is that men and women in the West are just not compatible anymore. Women play attention games and men are just overly hungry for sex. To all the men watching here right now, here's an idea. Instead of chasing women, how about learning what attracts women, if finding women is your goal?
If you did not marry a Pakistani man, then good for you. But stop coming on TikTok and flexing with this new trend where you're showing that you didn't marry a Pakistani man as though that was a breakthrough of the Matrix and, you know, that's a good thing. Really and truly, we don't really need to know that. Stop coming on a public platform and shitting on the rest of the Pakistani men and the rest of your community, because maybe you are too, you know, you have an inferiority complex and, you know, you're sad that you were born Pakistani. That's your problem. But to then make it out as though it's our problem, like as though we're the issue. We aren't the issue. You're the problem. And then you read the comments as well, then a lot of these girls are like congratulating her and then they're like saying that I wish I could have done the same. Like, how shameless of a comment is that? Like, such shameless comments like that are just ridiculous and you don't need to be said on a public platform, right? And it needs to be called out. Because what's wrong with us, right? What exactly is it that they see wrong in Pakistani men? Because it's definitely not the looks, right? In terms of looks, you know, we beat them in that department. So the women, our women definitely aren't like in need of better looking men, because we are, if anything, better looking than they are, right? So yeah, it's not the looks. That's not the reason as to why these girls feel the need to go out and marry outside. Again, nothing wrong with doing that. I'm just saying, I'm talking about these specific women who feel the need to shit on Pakistani men. What is it that they don't like about Pakistani men? And really and truly, it comes down to the fact that a lot of us are cultural, right? Us Pakistani men tend to be quite cultural. And what does that mean? It basically means that we are men of honor and dignity, because that's what our culture really is. We like our women to be covered. We don't like to brandish our women, right? We also respect our parents, our mothers, our fathers, you know, our broader community, right? And so because of that, a lot of these girls they don't like that. They don't like the idea that we don't put them first in every single department. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if you're a cultural Pakistani, you know, that, you know, still falls in line with the obviously Islamic values and is in line with the Islamic values, then of course there's nothing wrong with it. So don't let these types of trends, and I feel like a lot of these trends need to be called out.
Now this one is a deep one here from Hybrid Talks. And firstly, to all those saying that this is an Islamic Pakistani issue, not an English one, this man speaks perfect English, and truthfully, I'm not really focused on how the person looks. I'm focused on the message. Now, I've seen all races of people do what this guy is talking about, but my interest rose when he said, we don't like to brandish our women. We like our women to be covered up. Now, I don't condone anyone having to be covered up, but I do understand why they do it when I see how loose and confused the women are in the West. Western culture isn't designed for happy families. The evidence is clear, and when you come here and you try to live within your own culture, it clashes with the culture that is already here. And eventually, in this case, your wife will be westernized. And then when that happens, It's only a matter of time before the fire starts.
So today I woke up and made the educated decision to delete Tinder, right? I've been on it for the best part of 2 weeks and I'm up to here. I am up to here with shit chat, fake photos, sexual innuendos before you even know me, and fucking the people posing with fucking fish, right? So anyway, I went on and I must have swiped on a couple of people a little while ago, and one of them started speaking and I was like, oh, nice teeth, stunning. I do like nice teeth, right? Ladies, see if you're on Tinder and you're swiping and there's 5 photos of this guy with like, he's not showing his teeth and he's just smiling like this. Run. Anyway, so we're chatting and I was like, I'm deleting Tinder, mate, sorry. So he's like, can I have your number? I'm like, right, okay. I'm, you know, right, okay. And then he sends a voice note and I'm like, can you not... I don't advertise the fact that I'm Welsh, right? So this is a surprise for most people I meet online. And the reason I speak so much on TikTok and stuff is to try and speak better, to try and get better with like pronouncing my words and that, so I'm not just like some fucking ruffian from the valleys, right? Which I am, I know, but you know. So I was like, could you not have texted me for a week to like get to know me and like me a little bit before you listen to this? Before I have to match your energy and voice note back and this is what I sound like. Like, this voice is not sexy. Do you know what I mean? So, I'll keep you posted.
Now, I love the Welsh accent. No disrespect to the Welsh, but the accent just sounds so harmless, if I can describe it like that. I can imagine an angry Welsh girl shouting at me and me just breaking out into a big smile. Now, this girl hasn't left her name, but what I'm thinking is, it's hard enough as it is already trying to find a match, but with all those tattoos, I feel like she's made it even more harder for herself. She said he left a voice note and she didn't want to speak. Now, personally, I don't like voice notes, but look at the world that we've created where we don't even want to speak to the person that we're trying to meet up with. Now, to permanently change your skin like that when you're already pretty is also a sign of something else deep within. But I won't go there today. I won't speak about that.
Imagine going on 73 dates the whole year and still be single. Like, she got on the internet and said it so proudly as well. And I'm like, I don't think you're meant to be proud of that, because that's insane. Like, I'm in my late 30s and I genuinely don't think I've been on 73 dates my whole damn life. So I don't even know how this is possible. You know what? I actually blame her friends. Like, seriously, I do. Because if I ever went to my boys and said, fellas, you know, I've been on my dating grind this whole year. I've been on 73 dates and not one of them stuck. I'm still not in a relationship. My friends, they have no chill. They will look at me and go, okay, you're the problem. It's you. You are the problem. Your decision making is the problem. And my friends will not hesitate. So I'm thinking her friends don't like her. Like, they just don't like her like that because they're not telling her the truth.
You know what, Kay? I don't think it's just your friends, you know. I think it's just men in general. Men in general call out other men for their wrongdoings. Women are completely different. A woman will tell her friend that she looks nice just so she can get more attention. I know you've seen or heard of that tactic before.
I have just seen the inside of a men's Telegram group chat, right? And I can safely say that after seeing that, I'm never talking to a man ever again in my whole entire existence. I'm not doing it. Like, I cannot risk it. You should see the way men are talking about women in these group chats. The derogatory terms, honestly, the derogatory terms. There's over 200 plus members in these group chats. There's multiple group chats, by the way, from different areas, right? I've seen the London ones. There's like South London, different areas. There's a UK one. There's so many. And men are sending in these girls' photos saying info, info, info. And the things men are saying, I did this with this girl, I did this with this girl, I did that with this girl, I did this.
I'm putting it lightly, by the way. I don't want to use the terms and the words men were saying about women. It's disgusting. Like, it's so disgusting. So men are trying to get info from other men. Is it fact checked? Is it true? Does it hold any ground? Or are you just trying to jump on the bandwagon? Because men take what other men say for gospel, for Bible, as if it's the truth, as if it was passed down from the Lord saving grace himself, right? And they run with it. But men are also, this is the really messed up part of it, men are also sending in photos and videos that women have sent them of intimate moments, like their intimate and private photos. See, this is why I don't send stuff like that. This is why I don't, because you could really like someone, you think that they like you like them, you've been with them for an X amount of time and think they would never do me like this, they would never do me wrong, never do me dirty. And then it ends and they do that. They post your photos. They post it for every man to see. So no, the next man that's in that group chat that you may or may not have been speaking to, or any man that sees that, is going to judge you for that. They're going to judge you on what you've sent another man that you thought you could have seen a future with, been with. I mean, I'm not saying that's the situation for everyone, but they're going to judge you on that intimate act that you shared with someone that you cared about, because that man's downplaying the situation. Trust me, because men downplay the situation between people. They're gonna act like you're a certain girl, gonna think you're a certain girl because of it, act with you differently, and it's not okay. Like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's disgusting. So women, one word of advice: don't talk to men. Don't talk to men, don't risk it, it's not worth it, don't risk it for a biscuit. Just be by yourself or work on your own personal growth. Don't talk to men. That's what I'm on right now. Don't talk to men. And just focus on you, because honestly, these men are disgusting. It's vile. And men, you know what? You should be disgraced. And I'm exposing this because the ladies need to know. Men should feel disgraced. Because that is fucked up. It's actually disgusting.
Don't risk it for a biscuit, she said. I've never heard that one, but it's funny. Demi. What are you doing giving girls advice like that? Don't talk to men at all, yeah? Just because of what you've seen in this group chat. It's a little bit stretched, come on. Men don't just believe what other men say as gospel. It don't go like that, trust me. I have no experience of these chats because I'm not in them. But what I will say is men can and men will over-exaggerate some of the stuff that they do with women in group chats with other men. It's just a sort of banter, macho thing. Everybody wants to show that they've done more than the next man and they're experienced, but not every man in there actually believes that, you know. We're not stupid. She also mentioned the sharing of intimate pictures, and you know what? Like I say, this one needs to stop. Karma is real. Trust me. Don't get involved in all that. But until the next time, stay safe, stay humble, and don't get yourself caught up in any stupidness. It's not worth it.
She's got me thinking of all the things I do, all the things I do. She's working undercover, but so am I. And that's your baby mama, she ain't even mine. I've never had to go anywhere, cause she's got what I need, my undercover lover. I saw potential in another brother's baby mother. You're judging me, but you don't.